Hello, Winnie.
Can you
Did you
hear
have
me?
a nice week?
Yes.
What did you do?
I went to my high school classmates' home with 5 people.
Were they nice people?
With
Or are
five,
you too old now?
with 5 friends. What?
Winnie, when do people, I'm just writing this, what age, more correctly, what age do people finish school in Taiwan?
Pardon?
Just typing this. What age do people finish school in Taiwan?
When? If you just want to graduate in college, it's 22.
No, sorry, I meant high school.
High school, 18.
18, all right. How old are you when you start school? 5 or 6?
7 or 8.
Really? In Australia, it's around about 5 years old.
You can choose
So,
to go to school or not in 5 years.
all right. Well, in Australia, we have 12 years of school. So we go from grade 1 to grade 6, so 5 to 12 in what we call primary school. And then we go from grade 7 to 12, so that's 13, 14, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, about 17 years old, and we call that secondary school. So secondary to us is the same as high school. And then when you're 17 or 18, it depends, some people don't start till they're 6. When you're 17, you then go, you can get a job. Some people go to university, and some people go to what we call TAFE. TAFE is technical and further education, so it's learning a trade. So it might be plumbing, it might be building, it might be other things, but it's less than university, so they say anyway. So in Taiwan, do you have something like TAFE?
I'm not really sure what TAFE teach.
All right. But if somebody doesn't want to go to university,
Yes.
let's say they want to become a plumber, how do they become a plumber? So in Australia, they would go to TAFE. So this is a trade. So instead of a trade is it's not as a trade is something like a plumber or an electrician or a builder.
Oh, it just yes, in Taiwan there's like this.
Okay.
My cousin go to Australia to learn a school like trade.
So, I see. What is he doing?
He tell me he fixed the airplane.
Okay. We call that an aeroplane. It could be an engineer or technician. Depends what he's doing.
I don't really sure, but I think it's technician.
Yeah. In Australia, we call people that serve on aeroplanes air stewards. Air stewards are people that are on the plane and they walk up and down and they feed you, and we call them air stewards. In Australia, most are gay. Is that the same in Taiwanese like Eva? Are all your air stewards gay?
What do you mean gay? Guy or gay?
Homosexual.
You're saying? Really? No, our air stewardess are everybody's admirer because they are so beautiful. And usually beautiful women or young ladies.
Because of equality, we have two problems. Now it's 50-50, male and female. That's the first thing. The other thing is that the women, some are very nice looking, but you can't. There used to be a policy, if you were older than 30, you had to leave. Now they just stay on for years. So we've got some are 65 years old, still serving, still going. And the other problem is half the males, not all, but a lot of the males are gay for some reason. I don't know why, but that we have a lot that are gay, and it must be something that they like doing. I'm not sure.
Nicholas, do you have a problem with older people now? Nicholas?
Yep.
You have a problem with gay men?
Not if
like
they are nice people. If they do their job.
I think gay men are very friendly.
I don't care.
I think gay men are friendly. You know, they cannot be hostile to women, you know, because they're only interested in men, so we are safe around them.
Yes, well, a lot of women like gay men because, as you say, they seem to get on well with them.
This is really interesting because, you know, stewardess are the profession here that many young girls long for. After graduation, thousands of people will line up for audition of airliner stewardess. Yeah, and if any young man says, you know, you have to be like 165 centimeter high to be qualified as because otherwise you won't be able to reach the bin, right? For the luggage.
But you can't be too tall because otherwise you can't get on the plane to walk.
Okay, Karen has just uploaded a picture of stewardess. I hope this will change your viewpoint of stewardess. See? This. You know, if any young man says he's dating a stewardess, he'll be envy of his friends. So next time, take China Airlines instead of Qantas when you come to Taiwan.
Yeah. Well, I put, that's.
I help saying this. Another reason that you have to take China Airlines is the drink is usually free and the food is so much superior than any Western airline I have ever taken.
Yes, I agree with you. It's very expensive now, and the meals are not. Nor always very good either. So we start.
We have already started the class.
Well, sort of.
Okay, great.
That's because Winnie's so good. Winnie, can you do the first one, please? Have you heard of New Orleans in America?
Yes. Yes.
All right. About 5 years ago, there was a huge cyclone that destroyed the city. So New Orleans is still a city, something with the task of rebuilding itself. So dabbling, plying, putting up, or grappling. Which one?
Flying. 可是第四个是 grappling.
Yes, do you know what grappling means? Can you use another word?
Work hard, try to do something.
Yeah, it actually means struggling. So they're actually not finding it easy, and they're struggling with the task of rebuilding it. Why do you think they're struggling?
Because it's hard to do this.
Yes,
To
it's very expensive
rebuilding.
too. So they're grappling with the task, means they're struggling. Now, what does dabbling in something mean? So if I say that Winnie dabbles in, dabbles in black magic. Now first of all, what is black magic?
Uh, 所以我要怎么讲？所以他问我什么？from play some games about ghost.
Yes, sort of. Like Harry Potter being a witch. Okay, so now do you know what dabbling means? So if I say Winnie dabbles in black magic, what does dabble mean, do you think? D-A-B-B-L-E. So it's this is to dabble. It's not a common word, but it's used quite a bit sometimes to dabble in something.
Involved in something.
Yeah, you do it for a hobby. So, Winnie, do you have a hobby? Not black magic.
Yes.
What is it?
Play computer games or play.
All right. Are you an expert in computer games?
Oh, I'm not a. I don't think so. I just play for fun.
Well, you dabble in computer games, so you do them for fun. You do them for a hobby, and that's to dabble. If you dabble, it means you don't. It's not your job. You're not an expert. You just dabble in something. It means you do it because you enjoy it. Okay? So I'm not saying you dabble in black magic, but if you dabble in computer games, you do them a little bit.
So Nicholas,
Yep.
does double has a negative connotation, or it's neutral?
No, it's not necessarily negative. It depends how it's used. So if you thought if somebody said, I am an expert in computers, and if you have a different opinion, you think, oh, they're not very good, you might say, well, they just dabble in computers. That means that you have a negative opinion. But it depends on the context, but generally it's how it's said. So oh, he dabbles in computers. It means he has a hobby, but if you can use it negatively sometimes, yes.
And the term black magic is usually not that positive, right?
No, black magic is negative. It's to do with, for instance, Satanism.
It's very
Ben,
bad.
who is Satan? Sorry, Ben, your thing. Joe, who is Satan?
Hello.
Hello, Joe. Who is Satan?
The devil.
That's right. It's another name for the devil. Can you see those pictures there?
No.
All right. So they're not coming up on the screen. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, they are. There they are. Well, he's Satan. So describe the characteristics of Satan.
Ugly. Red.
Yes. Yes. Red, ugly, what else?
That's right. Horns on her head.
Yeah, horns, scary eyes, and sometimes a fork.
The teeth was sharp.
Yeah, and yes, he's got a tail as well. Okay. So, anything to do with Satan is black magic. If you are a good witch, what do you call it? Not black magic, but if you believe in magic but you're good, what sort of witch are you? Not black magic, but I'm sorry, not a black witch, or not black magic, but white magic. So white magic is good. Well, so we say anyway. Okay? Ben, you can do the next one. What color is this girl's hair?
Good morning. Gold. Golden hair.
Yeah, gold. Yeah, golden or blonde if you want. Is blonde considered attractive in Taiwan?
It depends.
Go on. What does it depend on?
Nicholas, later on, please poll on this one.
Okay. The girls color their hair blonde. In Taiwan?
I seldom saw such a situation.
Okay. Pearl, what am I polling?
You were asking them if blonde is attractive to Oriental or Chinese. You mean
So,
blonde in Western people or blonde in Asia? You know.
Or blondes in Asia then?
Well, then no.
Asian
I'll
people.
tell you the answer.
Well, I imagine I know. But there's your poll. Yes, you think Asian blondes
No.
are attractive, two you don't.
No. I think you should poll on a blonde Western or brunette Western.
All right.
Which is
So
more
blonde
attractive?
in Western. All right.
Okay.
It's becoming more. You've got a choice. You've got blonde versus brunette.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's...
Which is more attractive?
Yeah. Brunette is brown, blonde is yellow. So which is more attractive? One blonde, two brunette in European.
Okay.
So there's your poll. One you like blonde, two you like brunette.
你觉得黑棕发他们有 brunette 的嘛，对不对？那你就选1或2哈。
That's quite interesting. Now, just while we're waiting for that to come up,
Yes, if they don't have particular preference, because I think it also has to come with the feature, the facial feature.
I'll put the poll result up in a minute. Minchi, who's that?
Hello?
Hello, do you know who this is?
I know.
Why?
Why? What why?
How?
Oh, because she is famous.
It's quite interesting. I think she's most unattractive. I don't find this woman attractive in the slightest.
I guess because you are different from most men. I mean, she's
Well, I think
almost
she's,
like an icon.
I think she's cheap. And
I think
not
she's
natural.
innocent. She looks innocent. She's innocent, and I
Doesn't
think
look innocent. She looks like a streetwalker.
Okay, but probably you didn't see the picture of her beside a swimming pool, half naked, almost
like her.
naked, except
And
the
also,
top.
this is what we call bottled blonde. Minty, what does that mean, bottled blonde? A bottled blonde.
I don't know.
All right.
I'll tell you, we have a newcomer in the class. Why don't you ask him? His name is Paul. He's from France.
France. That's interesting. Just a minute. Paul, are you there?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, Paul. What's a bottled blonde?
What?
B-O-T-T. Go on.
It's not the color of the hair, no?
Yeah, but what do you mean bottled blonde?
It means really bright blonde, no?
No.
No? Okay, I don't know.
All right. Emily, do you know? So Emily, what's a bottle blonde?
I don't know.
I've written the answer there for you. Read the text.
Hmm?
So read the answer down here.
Okay, I see. So she is not a real blonde. She's bleach.
No.
Right?
Correct. Her original color is brown.
Really?
Just a minute. Okay, just a minute. Here we are. So that's Marilyn Monroe when she was famous, and this is her real picture. So that's Marilyn Monroe when she was a teenager, and that's her real hair color. I think she looks innocent here. So she's a natural. In other words, her hair is natural, her smile is natural, and she's not trying to look as she does now. So this is brunette. So a bottle blonde simply means that it's somebody who has, they're not really blonde.
I see your point. One of these days you're going to show us who's your icon.
No. Emily, tell me about this girl. Is she a real blonde or a bottle blonde?
Maybe bottle.
Correct. Why? Or how do you know?
It looks like fair.
Well, where's she from, do you think? What country?
Japan.
Correct. So she's from Japan. Now, Japanese girls have dark hair. There are no blondes in Japan, or not that I know of. Now, the other thing is this color. Bottle blondes tend to be white blonde. So we call this white blonde. They go a bit too far. They often wear too much. Do you know how you describe red cheeks? Or what do they put on their cheeks to make it look red? Right. What did you say there? I think you said correct.
Blush.
Yeah, blush is one way. We also say rouge. Rouge is red in French. And they put rouge on their cheeks, but yes, they also put blush. And generally, if you can see the rouge or the blush, they've used too much. So any color you use should be subtle. What does that mean, Emily? Subtle makeup.
Is in put on, but you don't see it.
All right, this is not subtle. You can see her makeup. You can see her hair is not real. So this is unsubtle. Subtle means subtle makeup means it looks good. You know, you're not sure if she's made up or just a very attractive girl. So this is not subtle, it's obvious. Okay? Emily, do you wear makeup?
Not. No.
Now, this girl, again, she's a bottle blonde. What do you call this red stuff, Emily? In English.
Lipstick.
That's right, lipstick. She's wearing heavy makeup. So you can see it's almost brown, and she also, most of you may do this, what's she done to her eyebrows? How would you describe the eyebrows? There's a word beginning with T, and it ends in ED.
Pen.
All right, I wasn't thinking of that, but yeah, pencil eyebrows. But how have they become pencil? What has she done to make them into pencil eyebrows? What's the action, the verb?
Draw.
You do it to chickens as well. So we talk about pluck. So if you pluck a chicken, you remove its feathers to eat it. And women pluck their eyebrows. So they pull out the extra bits with the tweezers. And they call this plucking your eyebrows. Most women do that. They will pluck their eyebrows so they don't look hairy. And they will also shave under their arms. Is that common in Taiwan, Emily? Do women shave under their arms?
We shave when we have a public performance like dance or art.
Why?
Someone think it's more polite.
Yeah, polite. Now you see in Australia, you can't see it. She's got hairy legs, and also, can you see that picture? She's got hairy arms. Now, in Australia, or in the West, this is considered unattractive. Actually, Paul, is that Paul from France?
Yes.
Do women in France shave under their arms?
Yeah, they all do.
All right.
It's not
Because
considered really wild.
European women don't, like Swedish women, sometimes don't shave under their arms. It just depends on culture. And it's usually the men. The men say, we don't like it. So we don't like hairy arms, we don't like hairy legs in women, shave them, and that's what happens. All right, now we better get on with the class, I suppose. Find it. All right. Thank you, Emily.
Well, Nicholas, another thing is that do men shave their under their arm?
Some of the modern metrosexuals do. Now you'll have to work this out. What is a metrosexual? Metrosexual man.
Ask Paul for assistance.
Paul, tell us what that is. Understand it.
It means someone, a man who really take care of his appearance.
That's right.
And use a lot of cosmetics and things like this.
Yeah, so a lot of modern, not all, but a lot of modern men, they pluck their eyebrows, they use skin products, and they're just as bad as females. So also they shave their legs, and they take care of how they look. Not everybody, but okay, so just a minute, we can connect. I tried to show you a picture here. Just a minute. Oh, there he is. Now, so this man, you asked if people shaved men. This man, he's got a shaved body, shaved his legs, he shaves his chest, he shaves his arms, he's got tattoos, and he may be metrosexual. Metrosexual just means that, as Paul said, they take care of their appearance. They don't like body hair. They use makeup and products, and they want to look what is considered nice. Now, in my day, as in when I was this age, if we had done this, we would have been called this is a negative word. We'd have been called a puff. A puff is a gay man. Now, not all gay men are like this, but this is a negative term, and it means a gay man who does this. Now, we can't say this anymore in the West. It's considered offensive. So, but now, men that take care of their appearance, they can be not, it doesn't mean that they're gay. It just means that they belong to this group of young men that look good. Now, Angela.
Hello.
How do you describe these muscles? There's a particular phrase to describe a muscular abdomen.
He has 6 pieces of muscle.
No, just a 6-pack.
6-pack.
And a 6-pack means, how does he get this 6-pack?
Exercise.
That's right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they call it a 6-pack, and it needs a lot of exercise. And not everybody can get one. I used to have one of these when I was very young. Unfortunately, I haven't got it anymore. I've got something else now, and it's not called a 6-pack. All right. Actually, since you're there, Angela, do the next one. So this is the blonde that we started all this. She's recently experienced a number of personal problems, but seems to be taking it all something and shows the same enthusiasm for life as ever. So it means she's getting better. Pride, stride, or hand? Stride or hand?
Stride.
That's correct. So all in her stride means that she's taking it very well, she's coping well. That's just a phrase. I won't go into the meaning of stride, but we say taking it all in her stride or in his stride means that somebody's managing quite well, and so she's had a lot of problems, but she's okay. All right? Thank you, Angela. Alice.
Thank you.
Alice. I have no idea how they will react to the use. So we'll just have to play it by heart, from memory, by ear, or safe.
Off by heart.
Now, if you learn something off by heart, it means you memorize it. So, if you were doing a presentation, Alice, you might learn it off by heart. You'd memorize it so you didn't have to read. So it's not off by heart, it's something else. Have to play it by...
Right. Safe.
No, you can't say, actually... No. Play it safe means to take no chances. So, if you don't know the answer, you play it safe by saying nothing. So you're taking a risk. So you've had two risks so far. So you've said this one and that one. So you're not playing it safe. You're taking a risk. Now, is it from memory or by ear? Yeah, it is actually by ear. It's not a very good example. Yeah, you play by ear means let's leave it till we hear what they say. Let's wait until we know what's going to happen. Okay. So Alice. If you learn something off by heart, give me an example. So if you learn something off by heart, give me an example of when you might do that. When you might learn something off by heart.
When my friend don't like to eat something, I will remember off by heart.
Yeah, that's fine. Good example. So, but anyway, this one is played by ear. We'll have to wait and see. Thank you, Alice.
Thank you.
Jerry.
Hi.
They were finally forced to something up to the truth. Their marriage was a failure. Live, give, make it or face. Yes. All right. Now, I want you to put that in your own words. They were finally forced to face up to the truth. What does that mean? So use this. Their marriage was a failure. They have to face up to the truth. What do they have to face up to? What do they have to accept? That what?
It means they admit to admit their marriage was failure. Yeah.
Yeah, their marriage was no good. So they have to say. So, Jerry, are you a good student? Are you very, very clever?
And yes.
All right, you're supposed to say no. You have to face up to the truth, Jerry. You're only an average student. So that's the opposite. So you say, right, I'm very good. You have to face up to reality. You're just average. I don't know what you are, Jerry. You may be fantastic. I'm just using this as an example. Okay, thank you.
Nicholas, I was
Yep.
thinking I would choose live up to, because if I use face, I won't have up. Face the truth, not face up to the truth. How about live? Can we just live?
No, it
live up
doesn't work.
To the truth?
No, we can't say live up to the truth.
Okay.
You can say you have to live up to an ideal. So Pearl has a very intelligent mother. She has to live up to her mother's standards. So that means you have to reach your mother's standards. A slightly different thing. Face up to something means you have to accept it. You have no choice. Whereas live up to something means you have to match their example. Okay?
But then can you just say finally forced to face the truth instead of
You can.
face up to
They were finally forced to face the truth. That would work, but you can't have face up to. So it's face the truth is the same as and live. You can't say live. You have to say face, because face the truth or face up to the truth, same meaning. Okay. So you don't have to put up to. It could be face the truth or face up to the truth. They both mean that you have to accept the reality of something. Okay? Alice.
Hi.
You're looking very attractive today. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm
Good.
fine.
Alice, got a cold.
So.
So sad.
Oh no. No.
All right, there's many governments are now taking something to reduce smoking in public places. Steps, offence, sides or over. So you're looking for something that says that governments are, well, what do you think? It means they're trying to stop it.
Steps.
Yes. Taking steps, taking action. Do you smoke, Alice?
Yeah. No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
Because smoking is bad to my health.
All right. Would you go out with a boy who smoked?
Would you go out with a boy who smoked?
No. No.
All right.
It
He's
smells
very
bad.
rich and attractive.
He's very rich and attractive.
Would you go out? Would you go out?
No.
With him?
Would you go out with him?
No.
Oh, you are a very good girl. All right. I say you have principles.
I think you have principles.
I've just typed it there. What does that mean?
Yes.
You have principles. What are principles?
What are principles?
Rules.
Sorry?
Sorry?
Yes. I have rules.
Yeah, they're like rules you call, like ethics almost.
Like ethics almost.
So you could also say you have taste as well.
You could also say you have taste as well.
So because you stick by I can't stand anybody that smokes. I agree with you. I don't like. Well, we used to say in my day, it's like kissing an ashtray. So going out with somebody that smoked is like kissing an ashtray.
It's like kissing an ashtray.
Do you understand? That,
Do you understand?
A towel is. Oh, I agree with you.
all right. Well, this is licking actually, but this is an ashtray.
This is an ashtray.
Do you know what these are? These are cigarette ends.
These are cigarette ends.
Huh?
They're cigarette ends. They're called butts.
They're cigarette ends. They're
Cigarette
called
butts.
Cigarette butts.
And this man, so if this guy smokes, that's what he smells like,
That's what he smells like.
and it's also what he tastes like as well.
Also what he tastes like as well.
So not good, in other words.
So not good.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome.
Joe, how are you?
Joe, how are you?
Hello. Last one. Here are some tips on the best way to something problem employees. What is a problem employee first, Joe? What's a problem employee?
Problem employee.
The employees have some problem.
Well, no, it's slightly different. They don't. Well,
It's slightly different. They don't. Well,
they may be employees with problems, but we're using this as an
we're
adjective.
using this as an adjective.
We are saying that these employees are, if you like, bad employees. So problem employees, somebody causing you a problem.
Somebody
Okay.
causing you a problem. Okay.
Okay. All right. So remembering that, here are some tips on the best way to hinder, humiliate, handle, or hamper.
Handle.
Yes.
Yes.
Now put it in your words.
Now put it in your words.
What does that mean?
To solve the problem the employers may have.
That's right. So we're going to make them not be problem employees. Now, would you like to be humiliated, Joe?
No.
What does it mean?
Make someone mad.
That's right. No, not mad. Different.
Make them uncomfortable.
That's right. Make them uncomfortable. Lose face. Do you understand that? Lose face?
Yes, I know.
All right. That's humiliate. So if I said to you, Joe, you're a really ugly person and you're fat and you have no character, that will be humiliating you. In other words, you make you feel bad. So I'm not saying, I'm
Thank
just using
you.
that as an example, don't worry. You're very welcome. Now, if you hinder somebody...
Nicholas.
Yeah?
Nicholas. I think Joe will laugh at that comment because he's quite the opposite. He's tall
That's
and
exactly why I
handsome
said
and pleasant. So he will laugh at that comment and say it's a joke.
Ah, Alice said he was small and fat. She just texted secretly and said he was small and fat, so you shouldn't lie, Alice, it's naughty. Don't worry, I'm only joking. All right. Now, Alice, what does, if you hinder somebody, what does that mean?
Stop someone do something.
Correct. Now, there's another word here that means it's more or less the same as hinder. What is it?
Pardon.
So a word means the same.
Can I say? Can I ask
Yes.
again?
Hinder means to stop somebody or try and stop them doing something. What's another word in this for that means the same?
Oh, hamper.
That's right. Now, so hinder and hamper are similar. Means you. Now, what is that? That's the verb. Now, if I use it as a noun, a hamper, what's that? What's a hamper?
Let me think. Basket.
Yes, a basket. Usually like a picnic basket.
Yes.
Or a present. Sometimes we say a Christmas or birthday hamper. And that's a gift. Okay? So but the hamper, as we say, is the basket. And it's quite a common word. It's not uncommon. Okay, now, Alice, what are you wearing on your face? And I don't mean makeup, I mean that thing that's on your face. What's the word in English?
Glasses.
A what?
Glasses.
You'll have to type it, I can't understand you.
Okay.
Oh, glasses? Sorry, no, I'm talking about
Yes.
the other thing that's covering your mouth.
Mask.
Yes, it's a face mask, that's right. Okay, thank you, Alice.
You're welcome.
Pearl, shall we have a break now and then start presentation?
Nicholas, by the way, it's Christmas season, so can you show us
Yes, I know.
occasionally the decorations on your street?
Yes, certainly.
Or the windows, department store, or Christmas tree?
I'm taking my mother to see the best street decorations this year.
Yeah. So maybe you can show it to us as well.
I'll get some pictures.
Yeah, and secretly tell us what present you're preparing for your family members. they wouldn't know.
All right. I've already got most of them.
I've already got most of them.
But I'll do that
early?
on Christmas.
But I'll do that on Christmas.
Yes. That way I don't have to go Christmas
That way I
shopping.
don't have to go Christmas shopping.
What does it mean?
Right, I
it will be
hate
cheaper?
crowds.
I hate crowds.
I bought them all online.
I bought them all online.
Oh, really? Then it
So
will
they're
be no
probably
fun,
cheap.
right? Because you can do that all the time.
That's my Christmas present for my
Christmas present for my
niece. She wants a actually somebody can
didn't
tell
see
me
it.
what it is.
Somebody can tell me what it is.
We didn't see it.
I never know.
I never know.
Oh, here we are. That.
Oh, here we are. That.
Okay, class. 这是什么
What is it?
What is it?
啊，他给他历史的礼物。
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a little metal thing for a
It's a
computer in
little
a
metal
packet.
thing for a computer in a packet.
OK， 看到了
And it
吗？
holds it.
是什么
And
It holds data.
It holds data.
？OK，
So what do you call it?
So what do you call it?
we still we cannot make anything out of it. Maybe you can tell us later after the break.
All right.
All right.
I don't want to
Okay.
open it. It's called cloud storage.
It's called cloud storage.
Oh.
What's that?
Okay, cloud
What's that?
storage. Okay, a storage device.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you how much it will cost you here. Okay?
Yeah. How much?
Yeah, how much?
This is
I
1
don't know.
terabyte. So
After
how
the
much?
break.
1 terabyte. So how much?
Okay.
After
So
the
it's 1
break.
terabyte, and it's USB 3.
USB 3.
Okay.
All right. Let's have a break.
And the
and
brand
that-
name?
All right, let's have a break. And
The brand name.
the brand name is actually
the brand name is
Hitachi.
actually Hitachi.
冠宇，去查一下那个多少钱。
So Hitachi external
So Hitachi
storage, external disk drive.
External disk drive.
他打出来 Hitachi external disk drive，去查一下台湾买要多少钱。
All right. So go and have a
We'll
break
try.
and tell me
All
in
right,
10
so
minutes.
go and have a break and tell me in 10 minutes.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be Hitachi, but just tell me what. 1 terabyte USB 3 external storage.
Okay, and we will introduce the Civil War and maybe some social issues that the war have impact. Okay, and the Syrian Civil War began in the spring of 2011. Yes, and why the uprising will turn to violence? At the beginning, there are some teenagers who plant the revolution slogan on their school wall, and the government arrest them. So the democracy protest erupted, and the war began. Yes. Descent to civil war. Violence escalated, and the rebel brigade were formed to battle government forces for control of cities, towns, and the countryside. And according to the United Nations, 250,000 people have been killed in the conflict by August 2015. The conflict is now more than just a battle between the rebel and President Assad, because there were involved religions and dance and natural resources of Syria and neighboring countries. And it has acquired sectarian overtones and drawn in neighboring countries and world power. And of course, there are lots of human rights violations began a war until the war. Like it also been accused by the UN of their terror action. Oh, okay, and let us see this image. This image is about the area were controlled by which side. Like green one is controlled by rebel and yellow one were controlled by IS. Okay.
Okay, this part is about chemical weapons. Hundreds of people were killed in August 2013 as rockets filled with the nerve agent sarin were fired at several agricultural districts around Damascus. West power are outraged by attack. They said it could only have been carried out by Syria's government. Facing the prospect of U.S. military intervention, President Assad agreed to the complete removal or destruction of Syria's chemical weapons. The destruction of chemical weapons was completed a year later. The graph shows chemical attack in Syria 2030. This part about the humanitarian crisis. More than 4 million people have fled Syria since the start of the conflict. Most of them women and child. Neighboring countries have borne the brunt of refugee crisis. And in March this year, the UN published a report. It estimated that the total economic loss since the start of the conflict was 202 billion, and that 4 in every 5 Syrians were now living in poverty. 30% of land in abject poverty, and more. Syria's education, health, and social welfare system was also in a state of collapse. This graph shows the Syria's refugees in region. Okay. And capitalism under chaos in the region. Islamic State has taken control of huge swathes of territory across northern and eastern Syria. In public, opposition groups are also deeply divided. The most prominent is the moderate National Coalition for Syria Revolutionary and Opposition Force, but the coalition has little influence on ground in Syria, and its primacy is rejected by other groups, leaving the country without a convincing alternative to the Assad government. A number of attempts by the Iraqi and even to broker ceasefire and start dialogue have failed. In January 2014, the US, Russia, and UN convened a conference in Sweden to implement the 2012 Geneva Communique call for the establishment of transitional governing body in serial form on the basis of mutual consent. The talk, which became known as Geneva II, broke down in February after only 2 rounds. The Syrian government's refusal to discuss opposition demands and its insistence on a focus on fighting terrorists. What began as another upspring against an autocratic ruler has matured into brutal proxy war that has drawn in regional and world powers. Iran and Russia have propped up the otherwise the governments of President Assad and gradually increased their support. Tehran, the capital of Iran, is believed to be spending billions of dollars a year to bolster Mr. Assad, providing military advice and subsidized weapons. The Syrian government has also enjoyed the support of Lebanon's Shia Islamist Hezbollah movement, whose fighters have provided important battlefield support since 2013. US-led coalition aircraft provide significant support to Kurdish military fighters seeking to defend 3 autonomous enclaves in the country's north from attacks by ICE. This graph is a map of war and Syria with military involvement. Conclusion. Excess for ending slavery, fascist Nazism, communism, and pessimism. War has never solved anything. Thank you for your listening. Bye bye.
Do you have any questions for us, Nicholas?
Yes, what is Baathism?
What is Baathism?
我忘记了。
Wait a second. Baathism.
叙利亚的什么？
I have never heard of Baathism.
Maybe it was the sense sense of Arab people.
Yes.
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 Yeah, just reading it here.
Yeah, just reading it here.
Yes, it's Arab nationalism.
It's Arab nationalism.
Yes.
Interesting. All right, there's a question here.
There's a question here.
Should we not declare war on
Should we
ISIS?
not declare war on ISIS?
You said war
You said
has
war
never solved anything.
has never solved anything.
If we don't
yes.
do something about
If we don't
ISIS,
do
that
something
won't
about
solve
ISIS,
itself, will
that
it?
won't solve itself, will it?
War has never solved anything 嘛，所以他说是不是我们就不应该 declare war on ISIS 啊？
I don't think so because I just do a lot of terror action, and we have to stop them by fighting them. Yes.
Yeah, well, fighting them is war.
Yeah, fighting them is war.
Yeah. so this image is to tell people to to yes.
因为你们说这里说战争是可以解决，但是说他的意思是说，那这样我们不要对 ISIS 现在。
你中意的想法。
I think the war is not easy is not easily explained. Every country has their ambitions. For the war, what happened? What let it happen is difficult.
Why do you think ISIS is attacking the West?
The West.
Why? Maybe because of their religions.
Mm. But who attacked them first?
Who attacked them first?
ISIS United States.
Well, yeah, but
Well,
it was 9/11
9/11 gave
the Iraq
the Iraq
war.
war.
I'm just typing this.
I'm just typing it.
And then
And
it's
then
all since then.
It's all since then.
So they started it
So they
9/11,
started it 9/11.
and the trouble is
And the
that
trouble
the
is
Americans have not
that
done
the
it
Americans
properly.
have not done it properly.
You either have to take
You
part
either
or
have
not.
to take part
So
or not.
if the
So
Americans
if the Americans
and their allies got out of Syria,
got out of Syria,
what would be the result, do you
what
think?
would be the result, do you think?
Oh, okay. I can imagine the future of this war because it contains so many countries. So yeah, I can imagine.
Yes, no, it's a very difficult topic.
It's a very difficult topic.
But I agree that war,
agree
as
that
you say,
war,
is not a
as
good
you
idea.
say, is not a good idea.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
we cannot negotiate
we
with them.
cannot negotiate with them.
Would
Yes.
you like to have your head
Would you
chopped
like
off?
to have your head chopped off?
Oh, no.
No, well,
No,
most people don't.
Most people don't.
And this is a standard
And
ISIS
this is a
tactic.
standard ISIS tactic.
If you go and try and talk to them,
If
they
you go
chop
and
your
try
head
and
off.
talk to them, they chop your head off.
Mm.
They're not a friendly people.
They're not a friendly people.
Yes, that was the sad sad thing.
Yeah. But no, thank you. That was a very
Thank
interesting
you. That was a
topic.
very interesting topic.
Thank you.
Nicholas, what is the population of ISIS?
The countries that form ISIS.
Countries that form ISIS.
I mean, population. How many soldiers do they have?
I don't know the numbers.
I don't know the numbers.
You know, interesting to think that, you know, after the World War II, and many Jews asked themselves, why didn't they fight back? You know, 6 million of them were, you know,
According to
got killed.
Google,
According to Google,
Yeah.
there's 200,000
This is-
soldiers that
200,000
are ISIS.
soldiers that are ISIS.
Okay. okay. You know, and you know, it's really not that many. I mean, if we, you know, come to think of it, 60 million Jews were killed because they didn't fight back. And probably they asked themselves, even they don't have weapons, you know, it's 1-to-1. You know, if they don't walk in the death chamber like, you know, like obedient sheep, they might stand a chance. They might stand a chance, right? If they weren't that obedient.
Yes.
Ask one of the students that question. What about Paul?
What
Making
about
comment.
Paul? Making comment.
Should we drop a nuclear
Paul.
bomb?
Should we drop a
That
nuclear
would
bomb
solve the
in Syria?
problem.
That would solve the problem.
You said, should we have a nuclear war in Syria?
No, just a quick nuclear bomb.
Just a quick nuclear bomb.
I think that's...
Couple here and there. Destroy Syria. That would stop the war. Is that what we should do?
Yeah, in France, some people think this, like, usually nice part of the French people, but I don't think it's a good idea because it will just, like, kill a lot of civilians, and we already bombed a lot this area, and this is, I think, what drives the terrorism, so it's not a good idea.
I think a nuclear bomb will also kill the civilians, not just fighters, ISIS fighters, right? So it's not a good choice. It might also kill civilians and might start nuclear war in the West. They can throw a bomb in any Western world as well. Maybe they should just use the traditional war game to finish those Syrian ISIS. What's your opinion, Paul?
Yes, I think if France or any Western country want to fight ISIS, they should not bomb the country. Because yes, there's a lot of civilians, and also with this behavior, we will start potentially a third nuclear war, as the ISIS may be helped by country like Qatar and other country like Iran, or I don't know who has nuclear bombs, so they have support, so it's not obviously a good idea. And anyway, nuclear bomb I don't think is a good idea anywhere.
Really? The nuclear bomb is only a matter of time? That's terrible. Nicholas, can we ask Paul to talk more about what French reaction is after the attack? What's your mentality now?
In France, after the attack in Paris, all people were really sad and angry against ISIS, and directly the French president declared war to ISIS and sent troops, and they bombed the ISIS state. But that was maybe a quick and quick reaction, because it's only like continuing the process engaged before who raised terrorism. It will just make them more angry until they kill them all. So actually the problem is that it's not, the most of the terrorists are not in Syria. A lot of the people who attack Paris, they were actually French citizens who radicalized themselves. So if you bomb people in Syria, the like extremist community in France or every other country in Europe will still raise and make terrorist attack. So I think it's more about an ideological battle, and try not to reject all the population, because in France I think this is provoked a lot by racism. Like Arabian immigrants in France, they feel sometimes rejected, and then they get out of the system, go to jail, and then radicalize themselves and finally do terrorist attack. So I think it's more like ideological battle first.
Well, the Parisians want to get out of city, or even move out of the country, to be safe.
I think that's not really, they're still unsafe, but they want to resist. A lot of messages from Parisian people were saying we are not afraid, and they don't want to like hide from the ISIS. They don't want to show any fear, and I think as we have kind of resistant past in France, they will not everybody will leave Paris, and they will stay and resist to the attack anyway.
So that's very French, huh?
Yeah.
The French people are very different. You show us a very different, philosophy about life. Yeah. Nicholas, you have more questions for Paul or the class? No. So we should ask the second group to come up. Okay. I thought you can have the permission. You always have the say of the class. So we'll take the picture of the group first, and the second group is in process.
唱个名字。哦。
Thank you. I have to have permission if I don't have the token, because I lost contact there, so I've just come back, and you have to right-click and not give out the token.
Okay. Anyway, Karen is taking picture of them. Wait, Karen, 你要不要他是用这一页吗？他们的首页嘞？OK， 这张一张，这样题目，你们的发，对。So, Nicholas, Australia is not named the target for ISIS, right? Because Taiwan is on the list.
Yes, but we're on the list because we're bombing them. We have bombers over there.
Really?
Yeah. So the thing is, we are an island far away, but eventually somebody will do something. As long as somebody said there's nothing worth bombing in Australia. It's not Paris. There's nothing old, and so why bother?
Any landmark, landmark building, because like we are in Taipei, we have 101. And what's yours? What's the famous target if they really want to bomb Australia?
The Opera
Opera
House.
House.
The Opera
Yeah.
House.
Yeah, right.
It's ugly anyway.
It's ugly anyway.
We think it's pretty.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
You have a strange aesthetic, standard. You don't like
True.
Marilyn Monroe. You don't like Opera House. One of these days you're going to show us your idol. Okay, the
I
second
think
group is red.
Marilyn Monroe looks like the Opera House.
Looks like the Opera House.
Okay.
Hello, Nicholas. Today we are going to introduce a social network named Descartes. I'm Winnie. I am Shirley.
Hi, Winnie.
Sorry.
I'm Angela.
Shirley.
Shirley.
Angela.
Angela.
And what is Descartes? You can post your article on here to share your mood, story, or other interesting things in your life experience to other Descartes users. And why did the founder want to build Descartes? It is just like Facebook, but they have some difference. One of the difference is that Descartes is only for students to register, and you can post article anonymously if you do not want others knows who you are. The most interesting thing in Descartes is that you can get a card at midnight every day. The card will show one random Descartes user's identity, like major, school, hobby, what country he likes, or so on, but doesn't show the name. And the one will get your card too. Although it's random to choose the object, it will reference your self-introduction. After you receive the card, you can choose to be each other's friends or not. If both of you decide to be each other's friends, you can start chatting on the website. But if one of you doesn't want to be friends, you can start chatting. If it says 24 hours and you didn't click the button to be friends, you will not meet these guys again on the card. You will miss he or her. If he or she clicked the button but you didn't, card will tell you you miss a person who wants to be your friend. There are many articles in the Descartes. Those articles are written by the students of the university. Here are many books. The Descartes has a lot of topics. For example, the articles in the funny board are about the happy things. In the mood board are about the feelings and emotions. In the trading board are about the current information. In the boys and girls board are about the romantic stories. Let's introduce some stories in the Descartes. I want to introduce a story in the funny book. The title of the story is My Mother Was Scared Millions. On the way home, a girl discovered that there was a million balloons discarded in the street. She felt that the balloon was very lonely, so she brought it home. There were strange things happen. The balloon always fell too close to the girl's mother. The girl's mother was scared of the million balloons because there was no reason to explain this phenomenon. The girl's father didn't feel strange about the trouble thing. He just said, because the million follow the evil person. I want to tell another story in the funny book. One day, a girl was led to take out trash. The girl's mother would be very angry if the girl had not done the housework. The girl wanted to take out the trash, so she chased the garbage truck, but she could not catch the garbage car. At this moment, a boy came to help her. The boy threw the trash into the garbage car successfully. The girl was grateful to the boy and asked him name. The boy answered, "You can call me Garbage Superman." 好，下一个。There is a touching story in the mood. When a girl was waiting for the bus, a stranger came up to her. The stranger was an old lady. Because the old lady could not text the message, she asked that if the girl could help her to send the text message. The girl agreed to help her. The old lady wanted to send a happy birthday text to her son. She didn't choose to make a phone call due to she didn't want to disturb her son. The girl was touched by the old lady's selfless love. This story tells us that we should spend more time comparing our family and try to respond to their selfless love.
And I'm going to introduce a love story in the Boys and Girls Board. The topic is a love in Starbucks. One day a girl went to the Starbucks. She goes to Starbucks 3 times a week. And one day she always orders green tea powder, 抹茶. And then one day she ordered latte. And the clerk, a boy clerk, he write a note on her drinks and then smile at her, and she fell in love. And then after that time, she went to the Starbucks, and the boy always write something sweet to, for example, these days are getting colder, so you have to wear more clothes. And one day the boy he write, "Wait for me until I close this door." And then she studied late, and until the store is closed, they walk together home. And then a month later, the boy write another word on her drink. He write, "I want to be your boyfriend." And then they are couples now. And I wanted to compare the difference and the identical part of Dcard and other social platforms. For example, the identical part with Facebook, IG, and Twitter, you can write some article or share your feelings on the platform, and you can discuss some issue by leaving some comments or messages under the article. And you can also click a like or heart if you like that article or comment. But the difference is Dcard, you can publish it only anonymously. But like Facebook, you publish some article under your name. And Dcard have particular groups. They are just for college students. But like Facebook, they allow everybody to participate. And in Dcard, the articles has arranged in different categories. So it's easy to find which topic you're interested in. And I wanted to compare another thing is chatting apps and D-card. The identical part is you can make friends that you don't know or never met before by drawing cards, or like Line, you can shake your cell phone and it will search someone around you, and you can match each other and you can start to chat. But the difference is, like Line, you can chat immediately if the person is online. But like D-card, you have to communicate it by email, so it will take some time to reply. And this is our presentation. Thank you. Do you have any questions for us?
Yes. Is it just an online Taiwanese introduction agency? D-card?
Can you say that again?
Yes, I've typed it there. Is it just a dating agency?
It's some part is, but the other part you can write articles on that website.
Do you find good articles?
Yeah.
So, have any of you three joined? Have you joined?
Winnie has joined.
Okay. Has she met any friends yet?
I just look the article on there, but I don't draw the card.
Okay.
Many students will draw a card to know new friends.
Do you think it's a bit like gambling, drawing a card?
Yes, but you can choose if you want to be her friend or his friend. If you don't
True.
interested in him, you won't be her friend.
Right, so you're looking for an ace. Or a king.
Someone is wanted to miss some Mr. Right on the card.
Mr. Right, okay. Explain Mr. Right to those people that don't know it. What is Mr. Right?
Some person
It means the right person for you.
Yes. Have you heard of the show in China called If You Are the One?
I don't know.
Well, it's shown in Australia, and I'm pretty certain it's in Taiwan because they've had Taiwanese contestants.
So it's made in China? I mean, it has
Yeah.
Chinese contestants? So it's a Chinese show or Taiwanese show?
Chinese.
So it's a drama.
It's not a drama.
It's a
There's
television
24
series?
single girls. and one guy per time, and the girls can choose or not choose him.
我感觉像是那个女生举牌的。
It has 50 million viewers.
Is it a movie?
Every night in China. No. It's a dating show.
Oh, really?
Mm.
你可以跟他讲。
Yeah. Can you show it to us later?
Yes, give me the
token 给他，他给我们看这是什么？因为我记得《非诚勿扰》是一个电影嘛。
他的名字上面按右键。
有2个座位，我讲了2遍了，总共只有2个座位。
哦，那不好意思，我们没看。
这个还是差不多，我觉得。10号呢？
可以这样吗？如果你觉得你信任那个就是要去面试的人，然后你让他就是说给一个什么证件给你，然后呢你说 OK， 我可以把证件给你，然后他开车，然后在那个要生病的那个老人去医院，然后你和你的心爱女生去打车。
聪明，
这是你最满意的答案。
说对了，最满意的。
23号。
男嘉宾你好，你こんにちは，你这么优秀这么帅，肯定不选择我，可是我很喜欢你，所以我们3个人想跟你送一个歌，可以吗？
对呀，你们3个人送一首歌，来。
跟你这样不错，
很开心吗？
特别开心。
我觉得他们那个角落现在越来越欢乐啊，很好啊。来，我们看下一条片子。开心吗？
我的朋友 Michael 是一个非常体贴的人，很会照顾别人的感受，
非常阳光、幽默，又很会照顾周边的朋友。
他非常热爱生活，爱旅行，爱摄影。他迄今为止去过20多个国家。
我觉得大男孩有的缺点 ，Michael 都有一点。他很希望表现，同时很在乎别人的感受。
And I know that he'll be very successful, and any girl that he finds, he'll be able to
girls
find
switch their light if they are not interested.
Always. So I wish him the best, and good luck to all the ladies who might be able to have a piece of his heart.
他做得吃还特帅，无聊的来抢吧。
5号。
男嘉宾你好，不好意思，我还是继续刚才的问题，就是在第1条 VCR 里面，然后我看到你就特别害怕你母亲管你，对吧？那我想问一下，如果以后找到一个就特别喜欢你的女朋友或者老婆，她特别爱管你，特别爱黏你，然后你会怎么办？因为我就是一个比较爱管人、比较爱黏人的一个人。
不好意思，妈妈，但是我肯定不会找我跟有妈妈一样的那个女生。
他不会找这样的人，明白了吧？17号。
那个，我想跟你说一下我。
简短一点吧。
那个就是，其实我在台上好像就是看起来，而且装扮什么的，就感觉好像挺强势的，就挺硬的。其实我在恋爱里边不是这样的，其实我是一个在恋爱里边特别温柔的一个，然后做饭呀、洗衣服，就是其实我特别贤惠。我在恋爱里边就是那种状态，跟现在是完全不一样的。哦。就是说，如果我们在一块儿的话，我一定会照顾好你。
他信不信我不知道，我信了。
真的，我就是这样的。
啊，恭喜你赢得了男生权利，上去面到实战再回来。
And yeah, I think that's enough. I think they can go back to watch the program. What do they think about it?
Yes.
你们觉得怎样
Anyone?
What do you think? 啊？我荣幸，你觉得呢？This guy is going to choose one out of the 24 to be his date.
That's right. If they still have their lights. If there's 3 lights on. They bring them all to the stage and he chooses one. And at the beginning there is also his favourite girl.
Is he a millionaire?
No,
And why
just
give him
ordinary, just ordinary people.
And why give him such privilege?
Because he's looking for a
Because
girlfriend,
he's
and they're
happy.
looking for a boyfriend, and they're looking for a boyfriend.
Oh, okay. I have to admit, he's kind of good looking. 你觉得呢？
有请11号、17号。
They do have a few.
Shannon to talk about her feelings.
I won't go to the program because I think that if I want to know some guy, I want to know him from his life, not
现在我
from
们
the
来看一
show.
下张树的心动女生是。
I think a lot of people would say that. It's still fun to watch, though.
I don't like
你
the
从他旁
program.
边路过的那时候有一个小的动作。
I'm Daniel.
Why not?
以前没有看到你有过这样。
Why not, Daniel?
I think
因为我对他印
I
象还
think
不
it's
错，
just
然后
for
我
fun,
是
not
想看他身
real.
高合不合适。
You don't see
你在那个
in one eyes and lovers, you
但
know.
是我平时都会穿高跟鞋。
对啊，女人都穿高跟鞋嘛。
那我就是努力喝牛奶，好吧？
其实这对男人来说不是太大的问题。
The same.
看大屏幕，
Maybe a
三
bit
个女
too
生的
quick
十项
and
基
on
本资料，你
TV,
学一下，
not
你继续了
really
解。
good.
3号吧。
来看一下3个女孩的家庭背景情况，了解一下。
What about you, Nicholas? Do you like to be the
11
man?
号的父亲是
What about you, Nicholas?
妈妈是私营业主。
You be
I think it's good fun to watch it, but I would never go on.
好，你还可以提一个你最关心的问题，向3个女生继续了解。
就是你们现在知道我们现在在
I would rather
现在
meet
创业，
somebody
然后我周一到周日
of my choice.
大部分没有时间，就是除了在公司
Not
没
online.
有其他时间就是有睡觉或者去上
you are
班。
20.
所以我的问题就是对这个情况
I
你
wish I
有
was.
什么想法？
谁先回答？
I'm 23 now.
你工作没有时间是吧？那就
What
这
will
样，
happen
从每
after
天
the
早晨
program?
呢，
I mean,
我
they will
在
follow
家
up
做好
on the
饭
date.
然后呢
No, they
送到
don't
公司
follow up,
吃
unfortunately.
吃完了，然后我去工作，工作回
But we
来
never find out what happens to the
晚
couple.
上再做好饭，然后再回来吃。
There has been one marriage. A few weeks ago, they brought a couple back that were getting
你
married.
照顾公司的前提，因为你能照顾好公司，那肯定能照顾好我。
Okay, Nicholas, I think they probably, some of them might be mistaken it for the profile picture. Yeah, are you talking about that one or the first
I am
assignment?
talking about the profile picture, yes.
Are you
Not the
talking about
picture
that?
much, but Nick, can I use your profile as an example, please?
Mine?
Yes, would that be alright if I put it up?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Yours is the very first one and it's the easiest to reach. I don't want to embarrass you. I think you've done a very good job. So this is the profile that Nick has done. So there's a picture of Nick, very handsome fellow, and name, student, number, country, and then just one paragraph on my interest of reading books, travelling around and relaxing on my bed. I generally spend most of my time in explore and movies together. I hope I can learn more about current events from the past. So that's all you've got to do, and that's worth 5%.
良好的中文沟通能力，但这
I'm not saying I'll give you that, Nick. I'm still deciding. But that's so all you need is one picture and one or two paragraphs if you want about yourself.
如果面试没通过，
That's all. That's worth 5%.
我希望他没有听明白我刚才说的什么。你知道我在说什么吗？ 他其实不知道，不知道就好。这个金头发
I'm
这姑娘
telling
是
you
他
that
带来的
if
朋友，如果确实有障
only
碍的时候，
9
你可以
people
上来也
have
可以
sent
大
it
声的
so
用意
far,
大利
although
提
there's
醒他
9
的
up
意思。
there.
过来也
So I
行。
want this to send them to, is it Greg or Karen that's doing this?
男嘉宾你好，你好。
很好 buongiorno。
Both of them are okay.
Alright,
你们就
we'll send it to one of the TAs by next Monday. So you've got, it's the 2nd today, so you've got till the 7th. And it shouldn't take you very long, and I will mark you out to 5%. If you don't submit it by next Monday, it'll go 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
你好，我以
So I
前
think
的
you
男朋友
understand
他
that.
也是
So
在
if
意
you
大
want
利的中国
marked
人，
about 5%,
所以
you
我
need
对
to
你
send
们
them
有一
in
点
within
了
the
解。
next
你觉得
5
上
days
海
or
的
4
女孩
days.
子怎么样？
Okay?
很漂亮，很可爱。
好，谢谢。
23号。
男嘉宾，こんにちは啊，你会说日语吗？
Okay.
一点点，ちょっとちょっと。
啊，ちょっと。
Okay, okay. Now, since we have a French baker, I thought we'd do a quick French article today.
我前面还记得有一个
Is
意大
that,
利男
can you
人
read
说
that
想起
okay
来很多
in
我
class?
现在
Can you see
一
the
点都没有
text?
自信，因为我知道男人到了50岁还喜欢20出头的，说重视内在还是选了漂亮的，可是我有很宽
Is that
容的
readable?
心，还有我不断的努力对了解对方，所以如果你选我的话，你会一辈子幸福。
Yes, no?
谢谢。
你听懂了吗？
Lay, can you see that?
听得懂吗 ？I take.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
他需要翻译，哎，把它告诉他。
Lay, who wrote this?
哎呀，他还知道很多事都掌握在翻译里。
Henry
干过一些什么坏事吗？
Samuel.
翻译很重要的。
Where?
我一听你说这话，我就知道你在做翻译的时候一定
In Paris.
所以你才知道翻译很重要。
Okay. Look at the headline and predict what's in the text.
好，我们看下一条片。
So predict what this article is about.
大家
In your words.
这样的有很多哈，我不算是个有故事的人，但是有一段中国情缘。我曾经当过一个中国女友，我们在米兰度过了一段难忘浪漫的时光。后来因为她要去别的城市，我们分手了。
The French bakers were fined because working too hard.
Correct, that's fine. So 4 French bakers have been found guilty of working too much and fined, prompting a national debate over their desire to stay open 7 days a week. Jerry, sorry. Jerry, what are you eating?
我孩子比创作了一首歌，打算把它带回家，慢慢唱给
Jerry,
他听。
what does this mean? Prompting a national debate over their desire to stay open 7 days a week. What's a national debate?
此来都要爱，不淋漓尽致不痛快，扬起多想只有这样，再次共有爱。死了都要爱，不哭的微笑不痛快，一直毁灭，心还在。
So what is a national debate?
谢谢大家。
好，谢谢。活生生把一首中国歌唱出了意大利的味道。15号。
因为您是意大利人，意大利人在我们大部分中国人的心中是感觉比较爱玩、比较花心、比较直接。那你这样和中国女生在一起，就会形成一个矛盾，因为中国女生是很保守的。那您可以为自己辩护一下，您是这样的人吗？
我不是 playboy。
All right, it's a discussion as you
看
say.
人家说他不喜欢在外边玩，而且我也补充那个。
What are people in France
我
discussing?
个人的一点浅见，中国。
So what is the topic of the debate, the discussion? What is the subject of it?
好，我们来看他的朋友采访。
Allora, 是 Anthony 的朋友，现在我在美南的一个朋友的家里，我觉得是一个很
Can you say again?
What are they debating?
因为你的女孩子的要求很高，什么女孩子都不喜欢，我都不记得现在怎么做了。我希望你可以在中国快一点找到一个很好的女朋友。谢谢。
Antonio 超级喜欢中国，他有机会就喜欢学那个中文。有一次，我们刚来中国的时候，我们坐那个出租车，司机说：“是不是你们想去那个浦东机场？”但是 Antonio 听不懂，他就说：“对，我们先去。”所以我们去那个浦东机场。
Okay. What is a baker?
大家好 ，Ciao.
What do they do?
My name's Nicole. We are Antonio's
like
friends.
a
He's our
cake
only
or
son,
some
and
bread.
we love him so much.
That's right.
So much.
Now these
We
fakers,
wish you
what are they
all
doing
the
that's
best
causing the
luck,
problem?
And we are waiting for you to come back soon here with a very nice girl. Your happiness is our happiness. Kiss from your mom.
Do the government want them to stay open 7 days a week?
再见。
Say no.
No.
是一个幸福的
That's
家
very
庭
good.
恭喜你进入到了男生权利。
So these bakers have been staying open 7 days a week. They're not allowed to stay open 7 days a week. It's against the law. So they've been fined, hit with fines. That means they've been... And the national debate means everybody's talking about it. And not everybody's happy. Alice?
Hello.
Hello. Too many Alices.
有请15号、20号。
Hey.
Alice under Jerry. Do you think staying open 7 days a week is a good idea?
Let me think.
All right. I asked you a question the last time, because that's what I said last time. Wait a minute, I'm going to ask the other Alice.
Okay.
Hello, the other Alice. So Alice, what do you think is a good idea to stay open 7 days a week?
Sorry. Can you say again?
Too late, you have to be quick. Nick, what's your opinion? Open. Should bakers stay open 7 days a week?
3个女孩有10项条件，
I don't
你选
think
一个
so.
继续了解。
Because? Yeah, they need a break. Good.
照片 photos。
All right, thank you. Now, a court in Dax, Southwest France, has handed out a €500 fine to the 4 bakers from the town and nearby Saint-Paul-les-Dax, I think, saying they had flouted a 1990 prefectural order obliging any baker to remain closed for 1 day a week. Now, a prefecture in France is like a... Correct me if I'm wrong here, Paul. I think it's like a suburb or an area
Who answer your
of a city.
question first?
So a prefecture is an area of a city. Is that right, Paul?
Prefecture is the main city of the area.
Okay, so the main city of the area, near the Saint-Paul-les-Dax, has said, right, you can't stay open 7 days a week.
好，
Rita,
你需要做出最后的决定。
how many days a week can they stay open?
你可以直接走过去。直接走。
Can you say again?
Yes, how many days a week can they stay open?
恭喜男女嘉宾获得了
一个 echo， so
提供的爱琴海之旅。
Welcome to Italy.
祝福你们，
All
恭
right,
喜你
there's
们
the
嘉宾获得了
question.
奥康鞋业特别
okay.
制作的
How
时尚
many-
水晶鞋，作为爱心纪念。
罗马威尼斯米兰，我很喜欢。
我很高兴，他很可爱。
7 days.
No.
No. 6 days.
That's right. They've got to stay close at least one day. What do you think flouted?
我的感觉是15号可能
That
这
they
一
have
辈子都
flouted
会
that
和
they
意
are
大利
below
人纠缠在一
a
起。
prefectural order.
观众朋友们，想了解我们阿克女嘉宾的个人资料和联系方式，现在可以拿起
So
手
they
机编辑
flouted the
短
law.
信
Give me another word instead of
118公
flouted.
电话发送到1066666620，或者登录步步高音乐手机非诚勿扰的官方网站给他们留言。想要参加我们节目的观众，可以通过我们江苏卫视的官方网站和
Are they
跟爱
keeping
网
the law or
和
breaking
网
the
的新
law?
浪微博、QQ 家园、腾讯微博
Breaking
报名来到我们节目现场。
That's right. Very, very good. So flouted means breaking the law.
节目最后，感谢步步高音乐手机，感谢娃哈哈
See, you knew that.
感谢奥康鞋业对我们节目的大力支持，谢谢各位收看今天的节目，下期再
Obliging.
见。
Give me another word here instead of obliging. So this law obliges any baker to stay closed for at least one day a week. So what is oblige? Give me another word for obliging here instead of obliging. There's several actually, but
Assist.
more than assist, a stronger word. Assist means it's your choice.
Oh. So.
They have no
Obey?
choice. Yes, obey is okay. They must obey. So, forcing any baker or telling them that they must obey. So obliging here means that it's forcing. There are other meanings of obliging, but as a verb here, it's a verb and it means forcing the bakers to stay closed at least one day a week. Okay, thank you, Rita. Now, a fifth baker was acquitted last week. The baker said the ruling means he will probably have to cut jobs due to a drop in revenue. Daniel, what is revenue?
It's good for you. Money?
Yes, money. Revenue means money. It's your income, more correctly.
Yes.
So your revenue is what you've got coming in. Now, what do you think acquitted means? If you're in a court of law and you are acquitted, it's the opposite to being found guilty. If you're found guilty, it's the opposite meaning. So what does acquitted mean?
You are not guilty.
That's right, you're not guilty. So if you're acquitted, you're not guilty. Now, even though he's been acquitted, the bakers say the ruling will probably have to cut jobs due to a drop in revenue. Now, what ruling are they talking about? What ruling?
Sorry, I don't know.
All right. It's a badly written sentence because there is the paragraph, what we call the topical sentence, or the topic sentence. That's the first sentence of the paragraph, and that should mean the rest of the sentence, the rest of the paragraph is related. But here, whoever's written it says the ruling. I would have said it refers to this ruling.
No, you can.
The baker's acquitted. But that's wrong. It's not that ruling. What is it? Which ruling is it?
You cannot open your store all a week.
Correct. So this is a bad sentence. It's not written well. So now, why do you think that this ruling, forcing them to remain closed, why will it cause a drop in revenue? Why are they going to have to cut jobs? What's the reason?
Because you close a store and you lost a 1 day income.
That's right. And so if you lose 1/7 of your income, therefore you have to cut jobs. Daniel, in Taiwan, do bakers stay open 7 days a week?
Of course not. He usually break on weekend.
Okay.
Usually.
In Australia, they're open every day. They just use different workers. So you're not allowed to work 7 days a week in Australia. But they just have to pay somebody else, unless it's a family business. Okay, thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.
Just do one last paragraph. Stéphane Moreau, one of the convicted bakers, said, we'll have to work less, pay less VAT and less payroll taxes, and if need be, lay off staff. VAT is a tax that they pay in Europe, value-added tax it's called. Now, lay off staff. Chenny Chen, what do you think that means, lay off staff?
They do not employ someone.
Yes. Okay. What phrase does it mean the same as in this paragraph? Lay off staff. There's a phrase in that paragraph meaning more or less the same.
Pardon?
I just have to stop there now. But cut jobs means lay off staff. So we stop. Lay off means stop employing you. In other words, sack them. Okay? Now, we'll pick up this next week, Pearl.
Okay, we can do that.
Finish that off. Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you all have a good week.
Okay.
See you next week. Okay.
Okay. See you.